Alrighty, hi, I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalysting Company. Catalysting Company, where we're catalysts in each other's lives and catalysts in our own lives. We try to become better painters, better artists, more productive, and to reach our goals. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I've been talking to the universe. We're having lots of chats every day, and we're going to do it, damn it. That's it. We're all going to get where we want to be. Now, in my last video, I mentioned an artist. Today is going to be about making boo-boos. The boo-boos, and how delighted I am when I get to say I was horribly wrong about something. This is not a horribly wrong thing. But when I was talking in my last video, about Mathew, I think I called him Mathew Gillis. And I said, if anybody knows where Mathew Gillis is, please let me know. I've known him for years and I can't find him. And there's a very good reason for that. I got his name all wrong. I have a thing with never knowing what time it is, never knowing the correct date or day, almost never. I kind of never get my address right. If not the house address, the house number, I usually get the zip code wrong. I don't know my phone number. I try to, but I usually get the numbers transposed. So, and then names are a free-for-all. It's alphabet soup in my head. So we were not looking for Mathew Gillis. We were looking for Mathew Gillis Hall. Mathew Gillis Hall. And you can find Mathew on Instagram under Mathew Gillis Hall -fine art. Mathew Gillis Hall Fine Art, and a link to his website. And this is what his Instagram page looks like. And what we talked about in the last video were, we talked about the architectural painting. I'm doing a painting of a Victorian home in Newport, Rhode Island, as part of a larger project. But I was telling you about Mathew's structural paintings. And I really love them, the simplicity, but they're simplistic, but they're also very, very complex. But I was going through his Instagram page today and realized, he's moved on to other things as well. This reminds me of another painter named Rebecca, and I won't even attempt her last name because I probably get it wrong. I think it's Gaines, Gaines. All right, let's not bet on that one. I'm going to show you another one of his paintings, though. Like I said, they're simplistic, the colors are limited, but they are also complex. And I love the way he just does them, and he mixes mediums. So again, you're going to look for Mathew Gillis Hall -fine art, and I'll put a link to it down below. And again, there's his Instagram page. He's not really big into social media because he's a new dad. So he has a couple things he's going on, but he's a brilliant painter and a nice guy. So second on the apology tour list, I've been shaking my fist at the sky and complaining on Facebook about FedEx on the FedEx Facebook page because I ordered, my friend Eric had sent me some supplies. They went to the wrong house. And here's the shocker. It's because I put in the wrong address. So we just figured that out. I've been sitting out front waiting for the FedEx truck for 6 hours. Actually, 4 or 5 hours ago, I saw 2 FedEx trucks drive by and I'm like, mother of pearl. So I started the complaint parade. I was so angry. And come to find out in the end, after I had pretty much tortured everyone, including the driver, I walked 4 blocks to find the truck after one of the trucks ran around the corner. Turns out they'd already gotten phone calls because me and Dick Blick, where's my package? She had no idea where she had left it. She said, She actually drove around looking for it, stopped back in front of my house where I was in the middle of the road in my pajamas, just like, and she came back and I go, this is the second time in a week that you guys have delivered to the wrong house. The poor girl, the poor driver. She said, it's my first day. I don't know the neighborhood. And I'm like, well, can somebody figure it out? Here's my phone number. Text me if you find it. Let me know if you don't, blah, blah, blah. I had never heard from her. So I called Blick. We tracked the problem down. And it was me because I don't know where I live. So I've since been making apology phone calls. And because we were able, FedEx and Dick Blick were able to track down the house that everything was sent to that has the correct address that I didn't know was wrong, I now have copper plates. And I've talked about painting on copper for a few videos, and I've been waiting and blah, blah, blah. And they're finally here, and hopefully I won't drop them on my foot. Well, we all know what copper plates look like, so I shouldn't really have to take them out of the package. But I've got copper plates and I've got etching tools. And what's going to happen with these is I bought one larger, it's not really huge, but copper plates are expensive. So I only got one slightly larger 6-inch by 9-inch plate. And I and some friends are going to be practicing on these. And when we get the project down pat, then I'm going to go ahead, and I have the money for it. I have the funding for it. I'm going to go ahead and buy larger plates. We're going to buy 30 of them, and we're going to do silhouettes of these 30 African people whose freedom was purchased in Jamaica, and then they were brought here to the United States, or 28 of the 30 people were brought here to the United States. And this started this magnificent trajectory of these people not only earning their freedom, or not have, oh, this is just so ugly, having their freedom bequeathed to them because, but what they did with it, that they educated themselves, they bought, they made community, they built community, and how spread education and opportunity through the Eastern Seaboard in many ways over the last several hundred years. Anyway, preceding this first 30, I know it doesn't make any sense, but it's coming out of my mouth. So anyway, we're going to be doing 30 silhouettes of these 30 people, and obviously we don't know what they look like, so they're going to have to be fairly generic. And then I want to do etching around the portraits. I actually have some tattoo artist friends who are going to be doing the etching around the portraits, and then we're going to highlight the painted work with etching as well. We're going to practice it and practice it and practice it until we get it right. Once the funding comes in, we'll buy the plates, and then we can go ahead, once everything's lined up, and get the work done. This is for a larger project that I have alluded to several times, but can't really talk about yet. I'm waiting on paperwork to come and some funding, and then I can go ahead and make an announcement, but I don't have an okay yet. But it's a pretty exciting thing that's going on. And it's pretty exciting that I sort of now know where I live and fixed it with Dick Blick and FedEx. But let me see, those were the top 3 things. That I screwed up Mathew's name, I screwed up my address, I lost my patience with FedEx, and then I had to do an apology tour, calling a bunch of people and apologizing, because I don't want this young woman in trouble. It was her first day on the job, so whoops. Anyway, this is the painting we talked about in the last video. As you can see, I've come a little bit further ahead, and I'm going to tell you what transpired. Because I had a pretty amateurish, basic stick figure painting. And then I because I was running out of paint and I was literally cutting open tubes and scraping paint out, I decided to take the transparent earth red that I had left and scrape as much as I could out. And I just started playing with putting the transparent earth red, a light coat of it, around, over, and on every line, and around each figure, and around each line here in the fence. So you've got this really sepia toned, nifty effect, really warm and dreamy effect, and I've been able to build it from there. Now, I'm not a fan of using a black oil, but I did have a tube of black. I think lamp black is what I use. And I've been mixing it with blue and teal, so it's not super, super, super black, because I don't like that. But I've been going and outlining and adding it here and there. And it's really making, as you can see, everything pop, which is also helping me to reconfigure the figures a little bit. These guys were looking pretty weird and amateurish and stupid. So, but the combination of the transparent earth red and the black mixed with the blue and teal has helped my head to figure out how to sharpen things up and how to just make it feel more right. As you can see, I've also started adding that real dark combination in the flower boxes and along the houses. And it's also helping me to see the reference material a little bit clearer. You know, that. So, yippee. We got the copper. I've done the apology tour. We found Mathew, and this thing is working out. The end. And again, I am Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. I'm not sure there was really a point other than to say hi, and I'm an idiot, but I'm Beck Lane. This is Catalyst and Company. If you'd like to help support Catalyst and Company, all the links are down below, including a link to Cash App, PayPal, Blick, where they now know where I live, which is awesome, and Patreon, where you can help supply monthly support. As you can hear in my tone and my energy, I really have been working very, very, very hard at taking my presentation and turning it around, but also the way I feel. I think I'm so used to life. I've been so used to life beating me down in many different ways, that after a while you just go, oh my God, can I give up? Can I get struck by something, a bus or lightning or I don't know, a rock, a meteor? But I've been working very, very hard on turning that around. A lot of thinking and writing and meditating and talking to the universe and Saint Anthony Bourdain, who only a few people have known I talked to, but I talked to Saint Anthony Bourdain because he is the patron saint of misfits, underdogs, and humor. And St. Anthony never lets me down. So I say, St. Anthony Bourdain, I need you now. I need your help. And so in doing all these different things and a few other things that I'm not going to share, I've really been able to turn this craziness around, and hopefully we can help each other a little bit better, or I can help you a little bit better. Catalyst and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm Beck Lane. And Carrie, are you ready? Ciao. Ciao. Meow. 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 Boink.